Merry post-Christmas. Merry Boxing Day. Merry the time between Christmas and New Year.
Merry that time of year.
Merry that time of year. We're back at it with a haul.
Do you like this time of year?
I don't like many times a year, so I'm not the best person to ask. Do you like this time?
I asked you specifically over anyone else.
I don't feel any way towards it.
No?
I'm not a big Christmas person, no, I'm not. So I know, sorry. Anyway, so we're here with the haul.
Yeah, no, I like it too. Thanks for asking.
I just asked you and you said I'm asking you.
Thanks for asking. No, you diverted the question. There's a difference.
No. Anyway, This is a accumulation of loads of different stuff.
It's a haul, they call it.
It's a haul of highlights of things that haven't sold yet due to the fact that we can't keep up to date with hauls.
Yep.
So, let's start. For those who like hauls, thank you for tuning in. For those who don't, thank you for tuning in. You're hearing this. First up is this. We found it in Brentwood, Essex. It is.
Get out of the way.
Is it Marquee? Yes, Marquee, isn't it?
It is Marquee.
But it's actually, the company is called, the company you want to look out for is LF Marquee. I classify it as like a workwear, sort of like chore brand, but it's really like in vogue. Like it's a real up and coming.
It's really strange as well because it's like, it's so basic. Like it's done well, but it's so basic as it regards
construction.
Yeah. It's done well, like I
think
say,
it's an earlier piece. It's not like one of the more
I agree
now pieces,
which actually makes it even cooler. But because it reminds me of, you know, like well, literally, you know, like overalls, like proper overalls from like 20, 30 years ago.
It all came out around the time, I think, of like Lucy and Yak, and Lucy and Yak made dungarees. So that sort of like look, that yummy mummy Breton stripe beanie hat.
I think this concept further because that's kind of like quite a luxurious version of that kind of stuff. Whereas this is still quite hardcore.
It's quite expensive, but it holds its price, and normally it goes very quickly. I never found any of it before. In the wild, I purchased it like via online sources and etc like that, but I never found any in a charity shop, so I was really happy to find that. It was £6.95. I must remember to say how much we paid and how much it was worth.
Yep. That was actually one of our most recent videos where we picked it up.
Yes.
Maybe literally last one? Yesterday?
Who
knows? Honestly, it's
no, the day before yesterday, Brentwood. We paid £6.85. I remember that because it was a stupid price. And I'm going to list it for 50 to 60, I think, because the style isn't like that hip, you know. Yeah,
fair enough.
You know what I mean?
I actually think for that reason, I think it's cool. Yeah. Okay, so this one, I look like I'm pushing Bethany out the way, and to be quite frank, I am.
I feel little today. I feel like short. Anyway, so this is a cabbages and roses cardigan. As you can see, it's extremely oversized. It is a size large, but it's massive.
Is that annoying?
Yes.
It has double pockets on the front, and what do you know?
Oh, little baby pockets on the back for all your baby pocket things. What did you put in those?
Babies. No,
you should.
That'd be bad.
It is cashmere and wool blend. When we bought it in a video, you would have noticed it was extremely bobbly, and we have extremely debobbled it. We paid £5 for this bad boy, and I've listed it for 110.
Crikey.
Yeah, retail's about, I don't know, retail must be about 200 now. For anyone who doesn't know, we have a little history with cabbages and roses, and we'll do a story time at some other point in our lives. But our last shop, we
had from cabbages and roses.
We had from cabbages and roses. These are some sea salt trousers. The label has gone, but you can see that little anchor there, and obviously the inside label.
Also, if you haven't not sure the labels, always check the buttons, because once again, obviously that's obvious. Yeah. But a lot of the time, like I actually couldn't see that apart from the anchor. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's sea salt. And then you check the studs of the buttons, and yep, it's there.
They're a good size. I have to measure them because you obviously can't see the size thing anymore. But they're a really dark ink blue corduroy, which is really nice because it's not navy. It's like, isn't it? It's like dark.
Well, I'm wearing navy.
It's darker.
And this is still blue, yeah.
Yeah, see what
much I mean? Darker. You're right.
We have the window open because it is extremely hot. So if you hear any cars, then that's a risk blame Austin for his menopause. We paid £4 for those.
To anyone else out there, if you get very, very hot all the time.
Yeah. What are you going to say?
I feel for you. That's what I can say.
We paid £4 for these, and they go really quickly for 30 to 35. I think they were slightly cheaper in the shop because they didn't know what brand they were. I think they just listed them as like unbranded corduroys.
Because it's the same shop we usually buy at those corduroys
for about £6-7.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Next up is some Saint and Sophia. We do steam all our items. It's just I fold them for the hauls, and then they end up like death.
Well, these have been photographed and steamed, but once again, like they look like tat because. And once again, actually, side note, we steam everything when it goes out for sale. Yeah, comment if anyone else out does that.
We steam for photos, then store, and then steam to
and fold to go.
Because I know some people put their items straight into plastic bags. No hate, I only appreciate. But then I sort of worry about crease lines, and I'm a control freak. Yeah. But anyway, so these are Saint and Sophia. They're sort of like a loungewear. They do a lot of Pima cotton, you know, that like stretchy jersey cotton.
Design in London, made in Bulgaria.
Another cool brand. We have sold a dress previously from St. Sophia, like a tiered one. Anyway, these were £4.50. They're £22. These are one of the sort of... I don't know what I just said. They're a size 22, which is really good. These trousers in particular, retail is slightly low. They're in a sale at the moment for 60. So I put these up for 40.
Okay.
And I hope the size will sell those. Great bread and butter piece though, so I can't complain.
The only thing about this time of year, we have a couple of pieces at the moment actually, which we've put up in the last kind of few weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe before Christmas, like just before Christmas or around Christmas, and they're going into the sale, which is kind of annoying. But at the same time, you'd be surprised how some people, if you haven't noticed during the sale, the likelihood is a lot of other people haven't either. So
I sold a barber hood. didn't show you in a video. So
we did show a video, did we not? Or Instagram? No, I'm sure we did something on that. Maybe not. Maybe we're just lying. I don't know. We picked up a hood from
It was a replacement hood, new with tags,
for a wax jacket.
£6, and I put it on for 30 plus postage, which is the same price as the website. And they bought it for us on.
So once again, that can be down to kind of different colour, different fabric, maybe it's discontinued.
Accessibility to the website. You
yes,
might be from a country that you just stood on my foot. This is if anyone who also doesn't know, we just do one takes with these. We never edit hauls.
That's why if we shout or have an argument or anything like
it's
that,
it's all
100%
real.
Legit. Bish bash done.
Blank blue. I'm going to say it in a French accent.
Don't do it.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Don't do it.
Blank blue. This would have been retail for about $250 to $300. Very expensive brand. Worth looking out for. Yep. The only thing that goes against this is a women's size, because obviously the men's is more desirable. It is an XL though. I know you wouldn't believe it because all those French people are very slim and beautiful. Oh, everyone's beautiful. I didn't even know why I said that.
What are you trying to say?
Scrap that, because that is the most stupid thing I've ever said.
I'm angry now.
It's a slim fit jumper, and we're all beautiful.
And get over it.
You hear me?
Right.
Anyway, so no, wait. We haven't said
I don't talk about that.
We paid £3.50, and I've listed it for 120. Retail would have been about 200 and something. It's 100, no, it's 50% linen, 50% cotton. Got the cute little pocket on the side. Nautical keywords: nautical, utility, Henley, because it's got the Henley collar.
Can I ask, if it were a men's piece,
I would have put it higher, because men, it's not that men pay more, but their retail is slightly higher because
for that kind of piece.
No offense, but there's like there's more fabric.
The physically is more. I agree.
Always. Next up is a poetry top. We've been picking up poetry a lot for like bread and butter purposes.
This was kind of like, honestly, like it's a good size.
It's nice, isn't it? So it's like 20.
Yeah, it's a nice, it's a good, what I call I don't know, mid tier cut. It's not like it's anything too it's not bright orange. It's not. It's
a very wearable thing.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's kind of a good all rounder.
I think they call these like pin pleats, don't they?
Yeah, they are.
Pin tuck. I don't know.
Yeah.
They got covered buttons. It is cotton. It's just a really nice thing. We paid £4.
Yep.
I believe, and I've listed it for 40.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is 40. Correct.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Well, it is 40 now. Next up is a piece we found in one of our latest picking videos, which was a Redwood Essex. We found this Bell Staff jacket. It's a size medium. It is coated cotton. However, that doesn't appear to go against it. It would be worth more if it was leather, obviously, because leather's leather. But however, it is cute. It's the, what do they call it?
This is the Black Prince.
Black Prince, which is the something to do with the seams. Anyway, it has some really cute design features.
I'll zip and show you now. I'm just zipping it and showing you.
Okay. Well, we paid £15,
Mm-hmm.
and the going for these seems to be about between 200 and 300 based on style. I think this is very wearable. Austin tried it on as well, so it's a good size.
Yeah, like,
medium.
it doesn't fit me. Let's just clarify that. But yeah, it's not. It's a generous medium.
Yeah. So it's got really cute design features. It's got the pocket logo. Hello. Hello. My name's Mrs. Bellstaff.
It's got the patch. I don't know if you can catch that on the light. Probably not at all. There.
Yeah. And then it's got the back tab, isn't it?
Also has a piece on the back.
There.
Here.
Bellstaff.
Yeah, there.
So we paid 15. I'm going to list for 250 and see what happens.
Once again, Bellstaff. A lot of people compare Barbara and Bellstaff. Bellstaff is always a higher price point. No matter what. Like, this isn't necessarily what I'd call the most kind of iconic Bellstaff.
You're looking for those fitted ones. If anyone watches Gangs of London, the guy was wearing one. You know that one he was wearing?
Which is very kind of Barbara-esque, more waxy.
I saw one sold for 500.
But also the longer versions with the belt. I think what they're called. Someone put in the comments what they're called. But yeah, they're if I saw it in front of me, I would know. Anyway, they're the ones which you really, really want. However, there is still good money in this. The last Bellstaff we sold a vintage tassel Bellstaff, which was like
1970s.
Like insane.
Fully tasseled motorcycle jacket.
And that was from a boot sale. We picked that for like maybe, I think I want to say we paid like 10, 15 quid.
£8 from a house clearance. Yeah. And that went...
It was a boot sale, wasn't it?
Yeah, that went for $270 to Japan.
So once again,
eBay.
massive market for that kind of thing in Japan.
This is an interesting one. They may look crazy to you, but this is from a brand called Cassette Player.
And
I feel like I talked about this brand before.
You have?
Oh, it was in the video.
Yes. Because you kept saying player.
I was going to say it again, and then I was like, I felt like okay. Anyway, this was a London-based brand. The lady who designed these graduated from Central St. Martin's, and she put on several runway shows, collaborations with Stussy, Nike, people like that. So it's a very high-end brand. I don't think they any longer trade, but there's like a weird like cult following for it. It's not weird, there's a cult following.
Because the brand was only around for
a short amount of time.
Yeah, they do have kind of good residual value. These are in great condition, I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of marking.
It sort of goes for them. It looks like part of it, doesn't it? It looks
worn.
They look. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look like they're just filthy.
So I was going to say as well, with a lot of the stuff, obviously we have dry cleaned, or we have we treat with leather gel, etc. These are such a funny fabric. If I'm honest, I'm not going to do anything with these. I'm going to list them as they are.
Yes,
just because you can see how like some of the areas are darker and lighter. That's been with wear. So you touch this with any kind of not detergent, obviously you wouldn't do decision, but I'm saying like soap or cleaner or anything you'd use to kind of get these looking nicer, I feel would really deteriorate the whole shorts, the look specifically. So we're going to sell those as is, and to be honest, because they are quite rare, not like huge price tag, but how much?
We paid £9.50 and I've listed them for 100 just down to condition. I would have listed them for a bit more. I found the runway shot of the alternative colour, and I found those on Farfetch, but without the price because they sold so long ago that the price wasn't present.
Yeah.
Collab pieces, like they do trainers, they do jackets with Nike, etc. They just go for.
They did a lot, like really considering they were such a small company and did quite a lot in a small space of time.
Yeah.
Like you said, they did like a huge amount of notable collaboration. So interesting nonetheless.
You can find the majority of information on Grailed. However, there are some interesting articles about them if you want to read stuff.
If you don't.
Next. Moving on. What have we got next, Austin?
You know what, Bethany? This is one of my personal favourites.
This is some Arquette. We've been finding Arquette. Now that I've shown you the label, you have been finding it continuously.
It's really kind of like if you can see it there.
It's underneath.
I mean, it's actually.
It says underneath.
No.
It says on it, but underneath it.
Yeah, that's what I just say. It starts there though.
Yeah, but that's just the A.
Would you don't just?
I might as well.
Yeah, you might as well. Yeah.
Of course.
So going back to the label, if you're not sure, and for example, like Austin, you have terrible eyes, just check the wash tag, and that's what I did. There was a white one we had recently actually.
Silver.
And it is, yeah, you're right. It is silver. It's like a. You are on one today.
Sparkly.
If you want to be honest, it's pure white metallic, but let's not go there because you'd be wrong. Anyway, this black.
This is a tunic dress that needs steaming. It is 100% cotton, but it's got really exaggerated arms. They're like a balloon arm with a ruffle.
Yeah.
A tunic dress, I say, or a shirt dress, is a size 14.
It is indeed 38.
No, that's not size 14.
That's not. That's smaller than 4.
No, it's French sizes. It's a 10. It's a 10. But it's oversized. Anyway, we paid £6.50 and I've listed it for 50. But it had loads of interest. Like Arquette sells really well, and you want the knits. The knits sell extremely well, and the coats, obviously. But
one of my favourite things about this dress is the fact that not only is long line, full length, which is great, but also the actual a lot of kind of this kind of what I call like matte cotton, if you will. It's just like you can kind of see in the light that it's kind of a matte finish. These really fade out so quickly. So I have a feeling this is quite a good condition. This is a good condition piece. Hasn't been washed, or maybe if it has, it's been dry cleaned.
Yeah, I would get annoyed at it because it's like that material that just picks up lint all the time.
Speaking of which,
next up is a piece of Valentino. It is from the Red collection, which is a diffusion line. However, they do still produce really nice, really great sellable pieces. And we always pick it up. I don't even hesitate anytime we see it, pick it up. This is a knit dress with ruffle sleeves and a ruffle hem, but it's got like a slash collar, which I find is really grunge. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's very like
literally is it like a cutaway?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Furthermore, to actually hang this for photographing, it's a nightmare. I think actually in the video we picked it up, it fell off the hanger. I was it for about 4 times.
Anyway, we paid £12, so we paid a bit more for it.
What's it made of? Do you say sorry?
100% merino wool.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah,
I've listed it for £150. If it was just Valentino, it would obviously be in the 300s plus. But £150 from £12 is still 10x.
Don't get it twisted either. Valentino red is nothing to do with, once again, I know I say it all the time, but Mario Valentino, which the logo is Valentino in red, that's a totally different thing.
Yes. I feel strongly about all the Valentino people.
I do, because people get ripped off, and people we've had people say, I've managed to pick this up, and I feel bad for them because they've paid a lot more than you'd pay for in the store. Or they'll list it
for the price that they see Valentino going for, and then it gets confused.
Look at this whammer.
Next up is a fun piece. We do pick up vintage for our Depop, which I probably will share at some point because we rebranded it as Luxury Pickers and all this. So
yeah, we did.
So
single stitch.
So this is a single stitch. So if anyone wants any vintage for good money, then hit us up. This is Hawaii. Hawaii. I know you don't say it like that. That's such a Western term, isn't it? Hawaii. They don't say Hawaii. They say
Hawaii.
I don't know. Anyway,
I'm getting that confused with Kauai. Yeah.
Hibiscus, but we picked it up because tourist shirts do really well. Either people have nostalgic feelings towards certain parts of the world, or you want to get something from your hometown, or whatever. Anyway, this has a gold trim.
Gold trim?
It's gold.
Yeah,
it's sparkling gold.
The outline's gold.
I feel like you didn't like me today.
I don't today. Jeez Louise. Yeah, it's kind of a glitter finish. I don't know if you'll pick that up. Probably not at all. Nothing on the back, but it's on a Hanes beefy tee. And if I can interrupt Bethany anymore at this point, I will. Made in the USA, large.
Single stitch. And these pieces are really, really great bread and butter for Depop. Cater your stock to different platforms to get the best results.
I would say we sell one single stitch t-shirt at least. I'm talking not just
every 4 minutes we sell one single stitch t-shirt.
Incorrect. No, I would say on average, I would guess for all the other products we sell on Depop, one single stitch randomness t-shirt like that or jumper every single week. At least.
A bit more than that, I would say. Anyway, pay £2.50.
Not single stitch I'm talking about.
Okay. Pay £2.50. We'll list.
What do you know?
What would you list that for?
£40.
£40.
I guess I would get an offer around about 35, 30 and take it.
I'm going to pick up the vibes now. Next up is...
Boom!
£3.50 we paid for this shuffle.
Shuffle over there.
Shuffle reminds me of rich country folks.
Rich country folks.
Country folks. And this is a red check gingham shirt. Very classic. 16.5 neck, which... I think is a large, because last time I asked you said it was.
Look at those beautiful cuffs. Yes, it is.
I imagine
16.5.
Someone would wear this with some red corduroy trousers.
Yeah.
A classic deck shoe, a barber wax jacket, a flat cap, and a walk-in stick.
they got because they live in the country or because they have issues
Yeah,
with their
because
legs?
no, because they're always walking everywhere. All these
Okay,
country
fair
folks
enough.
walk everywhere. Anyway, £3.50 we paid. I've listed for 40. What you're looking for from Shuffle is the coats and jackets. I don't know how many times I have to say that about different brands. Coats and jackets, fleeces, anything like that. Anything a bit more than it is. We sold a jumper for 40 quite quickly the other day. But more, you know, pieces that have been crafted a bit with a bit more attention.
Anything with more to them, simple.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like you're gonna get more. You're gonna get more for the jacket, which has like leather or cotton or whatever, like different bits and pieces, as opposed to just a cotton t-shirt. Simples.
Next up, we have a Turnbull and Asher.
I feel like we've done this one as well.
No, we just talked about it. This is a red striped shirt. Very
It's been a long
Christmassy,
few
isn't
weeks,
it? I love
guys.
it. It's a size large also. Paid £4. It is a vintage label. You're looking out for the custom labels from this brand, the exclusive labels from this brand, or the more formal shirts like tuck shirts, etc., etc. They also make suits, trousers, ties, cravats, scarves.
Also the hems. Check for these things on the hems. They're kind of basically they're for when you tuck. They last a lot longer rather than the hems just splitting like normal cheap shirts. All of these have these hems. So even if you're just flicking through shirts and you notice that on the side, just check. I'm not saying everything with that kind of hem is Turnbull and Asher. I'm saying it's a good indicator
Of a good quality
shirt.
Paid £4, listed for 80. I wish it was a bit more special, and then I would list it for more, but I've seen some go for like £250 if they're exclusives or if they're custom grade. Happy with that? I love finding Turnbull. Love it. Don't find it a lot. Gets all snappled up.
What day is it today?
I believe it's not Saturday. This is a Whistles. Everyone knows that I love picking up slogan t-shirts and jumpers. This is a Whistles navy blue Saturday jumper.
It's kind of like a woven kind of cotton.
You don't have to wear it on Saturday, but it would be advised. Paid £5, listed for 30. Would hope to sell on Vinted very quickly.
I love how you pick the platform as well, which actually I think is really helpful.
I aim for a platform and then list them all on everything, and then aim for a platform.
Not that you know it all, but I will say a lot of the ones you say, like for example that if you like, I've said before when we first started doing Vinted months ago now. The real big thing for us was high-end high street, which we'd had on eBay for a while. A few offers, this, that, and the other. Not really much action with that stuff. Certainly some of the brands all flew out as soon as on Vinted. So I do think there is something to be said for multi-platform listing.
Yes. Next up is Paul Smith. I like picking up Paul Smith. Austin doesn't.
No, I don't, that's such a lie.
We've got a funny thing with Paul Smith because they did sample sales for a long time where we are, and it got reduced down to like pennies. So we always associate it with being cheap. Like we always associate it with Ted Baker.
Honestly, it is. Yeah, I agree.
Always. So this is Paul Smith, pay £6.50. Winter.
It's actually a really cool top.
Winter floral. This is a winter floral. It's a floral in dark colours. It's got like a peplum hem. I like it. I listed it for $60.
And that's what impresses me. I will say, like you just said, and it's not that I don't see the value. And I'm not saying it's not quality, but because of the kind of I guess the history we have with the brand and the association in my head, I still think £60 for that is madness. But we've sold Paul Smith, like we sell it, we do it really well.
The last piece of Paul Smith I sold was on Depop. Women's blouse sold for £60 on Depop. Right, next up is
look at this special thing.
This is by Louisa Strapanoli.
And for people who don't speak Bethany,
that's exactly what it says though. Anyway, this is I tried to compare this with pieces on the website, and jackets on the website are about £600, but I'm talking just for a normal like double-breasted blazer. This is a more a finer piece, if you will.
This would look outstanding on.
I know. It's lace sleeves, and then obviously it's all ruched at the thing, and you've got like an open neckline, and then a tailored blazered bottom. Anyway, we paid £3. It was in the sale in a British Heart Foundation. I know. I too needed help consuming that thought. And I haven't listed it yet because I need to take measurements for it.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. It's like that's the only thing about those kind of things where they're unusual shape wise.
I'm gonna go for 150 to 200. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm just...
Yeah. Next up is some trousers.
Okay.
These are Golden Magoose. They're Golden Goose Deluxe brand, which that brand makes the funky trainers that look worn out that I love.
They have the gaffer tape on.
I love them.
Or glue, or like just randomness.
Yeah.
These are 100% wool trousers.
Yes, they also make clothing. Did you know that? Well, you do now. These are a size small, highly tailored. I love it when they're all like constructed like that inside.
Like the inside is like there's like I don't know, piece on piece on piece on piece. It's just really
They're
nice.
just a standard pair of grey trousers. We pay $4.99 and I probably will list for $100.
Once again, like it's just about brands. Like a pair of wool trousers from Marks and Spencer, I'm not saying you can't sell them, but like the difference in price just flicking through a rack, it's just the knowledge and just the research of knowing what brands can go for. It's insane.
Insane. And this is the last thing.
Do you mock me?
No.
Do you mock me, Fair Maiden?
Last thing is a Paul
Mark by Marc Jacobs.
A Mark by Marc Jacobs. Obviously, Mark by Marc Jacobs is a discontinued brand from Marc Jacobs. They stopped doing it to concentrate on Marc Jacobs. This is just a chunky colour block, cream and white cotton knit. It was £6, but it will sell well. I've listed it for 60. We're in the time of the year for chunky knits, and it's just a great piece to just pick up, fly out, looks nice in the shop for a while, and
quality, good brand.
Bon voyage.
One last piece.
One last piece.
Why do you want to talk about this one, Bethany?
I want to talk about this for many reasons. This is a Laura Ashley.
Literally fits me spot on.
1980s. Oh, that looks so cute on you.
Pretty, I'd say pretty.
You look like a pretty ballerina.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely hit the town on this bad boy.
Yeah. This is a size 12 Laura Ashley 1980s, made in Great Britain, what I would call like a classic prom dress. It is 100% silk. It is polyester lined, and the colour is chef's kiss. It's purple. It's lilac. I actually don't like the colour, but I respect the colour.
The colour's amazing.
Does that make sense?
No, yeah, I get it. It's not for you, but I know what you're saying.
I paid £4.50 because that is a bargain, and these can go for about 100 upwards. There are ladies that know more than me. I don't know anything really about Laura Ashley. I just know what labels I like to sell and how they sell for, and what styles, and etc., so on, so forth.
100%.
However, this does have condition issues, but I still picked it up because someone will be able to reduce it. It has got pit issues. It's got a slight wear.
Yeah, as you can see there.
Slight wear there. The other one's a bit worse. It's obviously just pulled. The silk's pulled. So I just need a clever person who can happily repair that, and I'll sell it at a reduced rate so that someone can repair it.
The good thing about stuff like this, like once again, it is going to be discounted more so than if it was a perfect piece. Okay, we all know that. But the difference is, if it was kind of here, or like in the middle of the dress, right? It depends on the pleats, I know. But for example, here, there's only so much you can do. However, even here, no matter how bad it is, because it's on the edge of the garment, you can definitely have someone just retail it and just reshape this in the same way, but just bring it down slightly more.
Even if you patched it, your arms over it, I don't know, you can do it in a tasteful manner.
There's 1,000 ways to do that. What I'm saying is, if it were kind of more central, I wouldn't have probably bothered. But that is definitely you can definitely repair that and do something with that for sure.
Yes. So that is the last piece in that sort of like mini haul of things. We still have loads of things this way that we're not going to look at today, and this way, which we're not going to look at today. And we'll do another Souls video tomorrow. I think we're going to do a Souls video tomorrow because we're still in that busy period of getting things shipped and like pretending to see family and things like that. You know.
Pretend. I mean,
we physically see them.
You know.
Anyway.
We love you if you're watching. You don't watch, so we don't care.
They don't watch, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I will link up above.
We had to press the low power button.
I will link up above any previous videos that you might have missed. I know people are struggling to keep up. I'm sorry, I'm struggling too. But you've got plenty of time between now and New Year's to catch up. We will be continuing daily uploads until after New Year's and on to the new 2023.
If anyone is feeling remotely bored, please put a comment below so we can swear at you.
Just put bored.
Yeah, bored.
And that's it. Thank you for watching again. You are very pleasant people, and we appreciate.
Oh, we do. We appreciate everyone watching.
Continuous need to abuse your eyes. And we
That's
will
a really good way of putting it.
Yeah, and we'll see you tomorrow for.
You're a wordsmith, young lady.
I know. We'll see you tomorrow for more
fun and sun in the atmosphere.
And this sort of like just rambling.
Bye.